Hey, howdy, hello. This is Tanya, the tour guide, with your next episode of New Orleans Secret Myths. In honor of Pirates Week in New Orleans here, April 8th through the 12th, decided that I would love to speak about the place that I'm living currently, named for the namesake of our pirate, Jean Lafitte. Pirate, patriot, and the man who wouldn't die. It was said he left a corsair's name 2 other times, linked one virtue to 1,000 crimes. They called him pirate, smuggler, criminal. When the city stood on the edge of destruction, they called him savior. He built a kingdom in the swamp, fought beside generals, defied a governor, and then disappeared. This is the story of Jean Lafitte. After the Louisiana Purchase, America owned Louisiana, but didn't control it. The Delta was lawless, and where law fails, commerce adapts. Lafitte built a system. Ships intercepted in the Gulf, cargo redirected through Barataria, goods moved into New Orleans, silks, spices, weapons, even enslaved people, treated as currency in a brutal economy. No taxes, no oversight, just supply and demand. To the government, it was piracy. To the people, it was survival. Lafitte commanded more than ships. He commanded men, hundreds, maybe thousands. Outcasts, refugees, sailors without allegiance, but in Barataria they found structure. Each man had a role. Navigators who knew hidden waterways, gunners trained with deadly precision, traders who moved goods quietly throughout the city. They weren't chaotic pirates. They were organized, disciplined, loyal, because Lafitte offered something rare: opportunity. Behind Lafitte's empire were women history barely remembers. Among them, Catherine Villiers, a free woman of color in New Orleans. Her life, like many others, existed in fragile balance between freedom and restriction, visibility and silence. These women understood the network. They heard deals whispered, watched goods move, knew which ships came and went. They were not just companions. They were witnesses to power. And when Lafitte disappeared, their stories faded into shadows. In the French Quarter, at Lafitte's blacksmith shop bar, the line between legal and illegal disappeared. Merchants bought stolen goods openly. Officials quietly profited. Citizens depended on the supply. Lafitte wasn't hiding. He was operating in plain sight because New Orleans needed him. William C. Claiborne saw Lafitte as a threat, so he made it public, a wanted poster. $50 reward for the capture of Jean Lafitte, a criminal in ink. But Lafitte answered with his own declaration, a counter poster, $100 reward for the capture of Claiborne. Now the outlaw wasn't hiding. He was challenging authority. Publicly, 2 men, 2 visions of power, one legal, one not. And the city watched both. In 1850 came the British. If they took New Orleans, they controlled the Mississippi River. The man defending it, Andrew Jackson. He was outnumbered, desperate, and Lafitte made an offer. pirate would fight for the nation that haunted him. Jackson accepted. At the Battle of New Orleans, everything changed. Lafitte's men, expert artillery crews, outfired trained soldiers. Cannons roared. Smoke swallowed the battlefield. The British fell. And against all odds, the city survived because of a pirate. Victory brought Lafitte a pardon. For a moment, he was forgiven, even celebrated. But power doesn't forget. Soon, pressure returned. Leave or be destroyed again. And Lafitte left, not as a hero, but as a man the country never fully accepted. History says Lafitte died at sea, but another story refuses to disappear. A man named Lorenzo Farrar appears in North Carolina, quiet, respected, connected to the Masonic Lodge. Evidence emerges. A sword inscribed J.N. Lafitte. Handwriting comparisons, legal documents, and a grave in Lincolnton. Could it be that Jean Lafitte didn't die young, but lived into his 90s under another name? Treasure never to be found. Watching history forget him while legend remembered. So what was he? A pirate? A patriot? A criminal? Or a savior? Or something far more dangerous? A man who exposed the truth that in New Orleans, law bends, power shifts, and survival belongs to those who understand both. Jean Lafitte is gone, but his story still lingers in the fog. This is New Orleans' Secret Mist, where history isn't buried, it breathes. Please follow, subscribe, and step deeper, because in this city, the past never lets go. Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode. I call it my short and sweet, but it's truly an honor to cover this man who's given so much of himself to this city. And I currently live on the Isles, where the Pirates' warehouses were. But that touches a little bit closer to home. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Isaiah the artist in helping me to compile this week's episode. He thought I needed a little cleaning up, and I could not agree further. Thank you all, and I hope to see you all next week. And please comment down below if there are any stories about New Orleans you would like me to get for you.